Hello, y'all. Welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time, and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. So, this reading, as you can tell from the description, is brought to you by entities that name themselves the grandmothers, the grand architects. They manifest as your grandmothers, or for those of you whose grandmothers or great grandparents have transitioned, this message is gonna kind of feel like that, like it's gonna come through to you through your grandmothers or your great grandmothers. Okay. Weavers of the reality. I'm gonna pull cards from the beginning because I don't have the words for this one. So let's pull some cards. Okay. Okay. This is about your ability to see things from a more elevated perspective. That is the ability to see beyond your current circumstance. So, for instance, you're in a relationship, the relationship ends, or someone leaves you. Your current circumstance is one of sadness, one of grief, right? One of endings. To see beyond your current circumstance would be for you to expand your vision within the situation by bringing up certain things, maybe about the relationship. Maybe this person was never kind to you. Maybe this person made you feel bad about yourself. Maybe this person took up so much of your time because you were always trying to be what they wanted that you never had time for yourself. And so to look past the situation or look at the situation from an elevated point of view would be for you to see those things, to see that, well, I'm not going to miss anything from this person. They never used to text me. They never used to call me. They were never sweet to me. There's nothing that I am missing from them that I would want to still have in my life. If anything, I will now have more time to myself to figure out more of what I want to do. Or I was never able to choose my child over this person, and now that they have chosen to leave, and since I was never able to make that choice, now that choice has been made for me. I will spend more time with my child, or I will spend more time with myself. I will spend more time with my family. Some of you were in situations that were very codependent, where you had this feeling of not being able to live without someone, borderline obsessive. And because of what has happened, this gives you an opportunity to get back to yourself. It gives you an opportunity to see what you are capable of, because you were starting to believe that you're not capable of anything without this person. With some of you, for instance, maybe it's what you deem a loss of an opportunity. maybe someone else got promoted instead of you. To look past this situation, or to have an elevated viewpoint of the situation, would be maybe you didn't actually want the job. You just wanted, what you actually want is a bigger paycheck, or you want to not work weekends, or you want to not work with the people you're currently working with. And so this job meant all of that stuff. But then there's many other jobs, there's many other opportunities that will have the same circumstances, but in something that you actually want, in something that you actually want to do. So it's about looking past your current feelings about the situation, which is more where your ego is hurt, where there's feelings of rejection, where there's feelings of this person left me, or I did not get this, or I did not achieve this, therefore I am not good enough. And turn that around into, that was not for me. But in order for this to be grounded within you, in order for this to stimulate healing within you, you need to be able to name the things. Why was this not for you? Because I hate this job anyways. This is not for me. Why? Because this person makes me hate myself. Because I don't actually want to be with them. I just don't want to be alone. You see what I mean? The grandmothers as entities that are weavers of reality need you to understand that the art of weaving one's reality always has you in the center. The circumstances that occur are always from a broader perspective than that which you can perceive. But through this reading, you're being invited to that seat of perception so that you can stop feeling like a victim in your life, so that you can stop perceiving things as not fair or life as not fair towards you. There's a need for you to start connecting the dots like a spider web, or like a weaver, to understand the way in which everything is connected for the highest good. Not a general highest good, there's no such thing. For your highest good. Everybody's life, everybody's reality is weaved in such a way that is always for their highest good. That doesn't mean that you do not experience sadness. That doesn't mean that you do not experience anger or grief. It means that those emotions are also tools to get you where you need to be. Those emotions are also tools to help you further expand the idea of who you are, and to refine and sharpen your senses, your intuition, and your ability to navigate life. Some of you, for the first time in your life, you're going to be able to step out of the current situation and view something from an angle that feels like a bird's eye view, or someone who is standing on top of a really tall mountain and is able to look at the landscape and therefore perceive a bigger picture. Because when you stay within the situation, it will eat you up. Because you lack perspective, you lack vision. And so you get caught up within your sadness, within your grief, and within a lack of understanding that you do not even perceive to be a lack of understanding. But you're going to be able to gain this expansion of perspective, like I said, as if you're standing on a mountain, and that is going to allow you to get a sense of the bigger picture of your life, to see the weaving instead of just the thread, and therefore be able to understand that not only are you on the right track, but that you are seen, that you are loved, that you are spoken for, that you are always in mind of some higher aspect, be it an entity, be it a guardian angel, be it God, be it your ancestors. There is always a bigger picture. And all roads lead to the goodness of your life. All roads lead to your well-being. And for those of you that are like, that's not true, not all roads, no, yes, they do. The only time it feels like they don't is because you lack the knowledge. You lack the understanding to perceive all the circumstances that occur in your life. This ability to see things from this elevated point of view is going to allow you to take charge in your life in a way that you never have. Whereas you've always almost sunk to a dimension even lower than that which you were before due to the knock of the ego, this time you're going to be able to take the hit. You're going to be able to not get knocked down just because your ego is saying, oh my God, they were right, I ain't shit. You're gonna be able to say to your ego, hush, can you hear that? There's something else. And the minute you say that, because ego is so fucking curious, it's gonna be like, what? What is it? Because even your ego can't wait to heal. It's just that you were never able to give it the tools in order for it to pick itself up from situations where it gets knocked down. It's not that it likes being knocked down. Like when people explain the ego, it's as if it's just this fragile little shit thing that just gets knocked down by the smallest of like occurrences. And it's like your ego's gonna show you like, excuse me, I was never weak. You just didn't know how to be around me. And because of this change, you are going to be able to create new intentions for your life. You're going to be able to transmute the energy. Basically, your sadness, your grief, and all that shit feeling that you're feeling, which is like, yeah, which is basically just taking you over right now and moving you into that state that I spoke about, that whole seasonal depression and all that. You're going to be able to take that and turn it around into something else, something more beautiful. You're going to be able to transcend the seasonal depression and just general seasonal changes. You're going to be like an evergreen. So no matter what the season is, you're good to go. For a lot of you, yeah, I don't want to lie to you. This is going to change a lot of things going forward. You're going to realize this is like one of the only things that was constantly blocking you. The fact that certain occurrences in your life, things that happen to everybody, because I know people think like, yeah, I don't know, rich people don't get sad or something. Or I don't know, rich people's families don't die or pass away. They never grieve. Everything happens to everyone. Everything happens to everyone. Rich people also lose everything. But there's an ability because of the wealth. There's also that thing where there's an understanding of I can get it back. I can build myself up again. Whereas if, let's say, you didn't grow up in a space where people had a lot or your family had a lot, it's hard for you sometimes when you lose things to feel like it's okay, I'll get back up. Because instead, certain fears start getting triggered within you. Fears of poverty, fears of scarcity, and all of that stuff. So then you first have to transcend that, which is not easy, and then get back up. But that's the thing. When you're able to look past your current circumstance and find them, you have to find the reasons why this is okay. You can't make them up, because like I said, you can't trick the universe. Okay, that's not gonna work. You have to find them. They have to be real because they're there. That's why whatever happened. And some of you, whatever you've lost, it's really just because you need to grow beyond that. It's time for you to exist outside of that. You're ready, basically. You might there being like, oh my God, I'm going through a divorce and I can't afford this house and so forth and so forth. Chill with that. First, deal with your emotional state. And the rest will follow. Deal with your state of self. How you had become an accessory to someone and you are so much more than that. And now this gives you a chance to find out what is it that you are. You can take that and go sell yourself to the highest bidder once again and become another person's accessory. You could do that. Or you can take the opportunity to build yourself anew, which is the opportunity that you've been given. And if you've been given that opportunity, that means there is something there to find. You're not who this person told you you were. You're not who that situation or that job or whatever. You're not what they told you you are. You're so much more than that. And this is an opportunity to not only find out what that is, but to bask in it, because it's something you can bask in. Okay. That's what I have for you guys. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a reading, all the information is in the description box. Bye, y'all.